Hey, good morning. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're having a great week so far. My name is Ethan Vanse, and I'm the new senior campus pastor at Adventure Bayside. And I am new not only to the Bayside family, but I'm also new to California. My wife and I and our two boys just moved from Oklahoma, the thriving metropolis of Tulsa. And we're just thrilled to be a part of what God's doing here in this family. And I'm so happy to just be spending a few minutes with you this morning. And really what I want to talk to you about is that idea of being new. Here's what I've noticed, is that when I moved here, I began to describe myself as being new. Here's what I noticed, that when I showed up and I started having conversations with people at our campus, in any one of the Bayside churches, when I would show up, even when I was at the grocery store, introducing myself to my neighbors, I started to go like this. Hey, I'm Ethan and I'm new. Here's what I realized, is that if I'm not careful, that very quickly becomes a label that I wear, both physically, visibly to everybody that I interact with. I'm the new guy. But also, even more importantly, spiritually and psychologically, it becomes a label that I wear as I walk into meetings, as I walk into interactions, and it tells me a couple things. It tells me, you know more than I know. It tells me that you know all the insider stuff and I'm the outsider. And if I'm not careful, it can become something that I don't wear just during a season here, but it can become something that I wear for a long period of time. Is there anything like that in your life? Maybe a label that you wear because something happened to you or something didn't happen to you. You walked into a situation and you had an expectation. You thought something particular was going to happen in a relationship or in your business or financially or with a family member or with your health, and it didn't happen, or maybe something did happen. Even worse, maybe a crisis. Something came up in your life and you've started to wear that, just like I was wearing maybe an invisible name tag that said, I'm Ethan and I'm new. Maybe for you it's, I'm Sally and I'm divorced. I'm John and I'm an addict. I'm Ethan and I'm a victim. What is the label maybe that you've been wearing, and maybe for too long? This last weekend, we just got done preaching through John 5, and in John 5, there's this really fascinating story of a guy who had been lame for 38 years. And when Jesus approaches the guy, he asks him a really fascinating question. He says, do you want to be well? I think it's an amazing question because there's only one answer to that question. Yes, I want to be well. But I think Jesus asks it on purpose because Jesus is not just trying to provide a momentary miracle for the man. He's trying to remove that name tag that for that man says, I'm a cripple. And even if Jesus heals him, he's going to leave that interaction with that mindset of being crippled, an invalid, somebody that's less than everybody else. And Jesus is trying to rip that name tag off and invite that man to participate in a new view of his future. So here's the thought that I want you to have this morning. What label have you been wearing maybe for too long? Maybe it's a family label, something that comes from your family of origin. Maybe it's something where you've had a failure, you've let yourself down, or somebody's let you down, and you've been wearing that for too long. Here's the question. What would happen if you today just decided, I'm going to start right here, right now, and I'm going to participate in a new view of my future. I'm going to participate in a Jesus view of my future. I'm going to tear that label off, and no longer am I going to be known by that. I'm going to start letting Jesus have my future. What would it look like if you could answer that question to Jesus? Yes, I do want to be well. I want to have a different view of my future. So for me and my wife and my family, we're just tearing off that label that says we're new. We're jumping in with both feet. Like it or not, you're stuck with us. We're part of your family, and we're coming for your snacks in your pantry. I'm going to put my feet up on your coffee table. I'm going to use your bathroom. We're going to be friends. We're going to be family because I refuse to be known as the guy that's an outsider, the guy that's new. Maybe the same needs to be true for you today. Maybe today's the day where you just refuse to be known by that thing that you've been carrying around for too long. Today's the day for you to look back into the eyes of your Savior who loves you and say, yeah, I do want to have a different picture of my future. I invite you to take that different view of your future because I know that Jesus does. And everybody around here, we're pulling for you. We believe in you, and we believe your best days are yet ahead. So let's look through the windshield, not through the rearview mirror. God's got a great day for you. So we're praying for you, and take some time today and intentionally rip that name tag off because the best is yet to come. Love you guys.